Hi, this is KUngFUandroid, and today I'm going to do a little tutorial. Um, it's going to be on pulse generators, pulse lengtheners, and pulse delays. So, let's get to it. I know that I've done this in the past in previous versions, and Redstone has changed very little, but it has changed, and there was a question in a video that I was watching about this sort of stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and do another video of the most recent version, 1.2.5, and here it is. Okay, first off, we're going to do a pulse generator. This one is one that was done by Shrog, and it's probably one of my most favorite for doing clocks and well, doing clocks mainly, because it can be you can put a lever on it and have it work for as long as you have the lever switched. But for our purposes today, we're going to use a button. Well, I could set up a clock too. I'll do that here in a second. So I got a little test scenario set up here, and to see if the generator will operate a torch, to see what kind of signal comes out of the pulse generator, and to see how, oh excuse me, got bubbles, to see how it works with a piston. This is just simply the output of this piston. Alright, hit the button, see the torch flash. Okay, and you see the output through the repeaters. It looks like to be about 2 ticks of pulse, even though it should be 1. It looks like 2. Alright, and you look at the piston, and you see the piston behaves normally, extending and retracting and taking the block with it. This is one of my favorite pulse generators for a clock. Let's go ahead and set up a clock on this so you can see how that works. Alright, there it is. And we'll put a lever on it, and we'll see that the clock functions as long as the switch is on. And then we can take and switch it, and the clock goes off. We can make this pretty much as fast a clock as we want. We don't have to do a big clock. Let's go ahead and make it a little smaller. And we'll see it's just flashing. So you can make as fast a clock as you want with that. That pretty much proves to you that it's a single tick generator, even though the signal looks like 2. The simple fact that this clock functions, it's a single tick generator. Okay. That is one pulse generator. Another pulse generator, and that's a leading edge pulse generator. As soon as it gets a signal, it fires. Let's do let's see. Let's move that. Let's do another leading edge pulse generator. This one is good for a flash pulse. And what I mean by a flash pulse is, let's go ahead and run the redstone back over here, let's put 2 ticks of delay on there, or 3 ticks of delay, is that it causes the piston to operate so quickly that it turns into a T flip-flop. And by placing a torch under there, when it leaves the block behind, it leaves it in the, would leave a circuit in the on state. It shows a single tick across the repeaters, which it's less than a tick. Because if you look at the torch does not pulse. We can put a piston next to the torch, and we'll see that it does not change states. So it is, when it's in this configuration, it is not good for redstone torches. We can add another tick, and we'll see by the signal output that it is way more than a single tick. It will function with a torch, and the piston will go back to its regular operation. Let's run it a couple times. But this pulse generator is good for making a flash, so that you can turn it, just a piston and a block, into a T flip-flop. Alright. And this is also a leading edge pulse generator. Now let's create a trailing edge pulse generator. Put 2 blocks down, redstone torch, put a piece of redstone right there, and we'll run some redstone back here and put a repeater with 2 ticks of delay. And we'll set up our block with our button. Now this is a trailing edge pulse generator. Puts out just slightly, looks like slightly more than a pulse. You can see that. It's lighting up 3 repeaters at a time. It functions with redstone torches. Watch the redstone torch flash, and causes pistons to do their regular operation. But this is a trailing edge. We'll compare it to a leading edge here real quick. We'll just simply put a piston here with a block, and a piston here with a block, and we'll run a line of redstone to both and put our button back up. Okay, now watch. Leading edge, trailing edge. Let's make them both function similarly. Leading edge, trailing edge. And that's the difference between those 2 pulse generators. Now let's discuss a RS NOR latch. We'll first build the RS NOR latch as we need it for our pulse lengthener, which is just simply 2 blocks with a torch there and a torch there, redstone there, and a line of redstone there. we put a lever here and a lever here, and we can see the function of the RS NOR latch. Flip it, and the state changes and stays changed. Flip this side, and the state changes back and stays. So it is a monostable circuit. If we take and put repeaters back here, going all the way around, and there is 10 repeaters, put them all on full delay, and then we'll put redstone there. Now, a little bit of lag spike. Now we have a pulse lengthener with the output here and here. The output is from both the torch and this block that's being fed by that repeater. So if we put a piston right here, we'll see that when we hit the button, the piston will go up and it'll stay up, and this is 80 ticks of delay. It stays up for the entire time the repeaters are charging and then discharging, and that doubles the amount of delay you get out of each repeater. And that's why I like this pulse lengthener better than that long one over there. Half as many repeaters, same amount of delay. And that's it for the RS NOR latch pulse lengthener. Now that we've discussed all the different components, let's discuss pulse lengtheners, pulse delays, and how we can use the RS NOR latch pulse lengthener as both a lengthener and a delay. Alright, this is a 80 tick pulse lengthener. I have to put a repeater every 15 blocks because it's so long, and actually we don't need that repeater. It'll work. But if you're going to use this pulse lengthener for more than 15 blocks, then you'll have to put a repeater next to the repeater in the chain to avoid interrupting the signal. Over here in this delay is just simply an 80 tick delay. All these are 80 ticks so that the output will be similar. They're not identical, but you'll see. So this is an 80 tick delay. This repeater is just simply an input. We could just do that, really. So let's watch how it functions. I'm using this leading edge pulse generator, and let's make sure we can see everything. Hit it. You'll see that the pulse lengthener being so long, looks like we're going to need that repeater at the end anyways. The signal fades too much. Let's try it again. You've seen that the pulse lengthener over here on the left went up after the one on the right. And that's because of how long it has to be, and the repeaters we have to put in this line just to get the signal to the end. let's take a look at it again. Comparing pulse lengtheners. That's this piston to that far one out there. You see that they'll operate about the same amount of time, just that this one operates faster because it's smaller. Now, as just a delay, this one's an 80 tick delay, and using the trailing edge pulse generator, we can use the RS Norlatch pulse lengthener as just simply a delay. So we'll watch this piston and that piston. Let's see if I can get everything in frame. Watch that piston and that one. And we'll see that they'll operate about the same time. And they function similarly. And this circuit, even with this added to it, is still shorter than that one. And using half as many repeaters, almost. That makes 11 repeaters where we got 20 over there to do the same function. So, in conclusion, this RS Norlatch pulse lengthener is better than either one of those simply because it's faster, smaller, and is a little bit more versatile than either one of those. Alright, that's it. Kung Fu out.